Hi, welcome to Carrion Comfort Studios. I am Big Dad, or Ben, or Dad, whatever you want to call me. I will be the storyteller tonight for this game of Heart, the City Beneath. My players would love to. I'd love it if you could introduce yourselves, starting with. I'll start with Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I have a fair amount of experience with tabletop games, mostly like Dungeons and Dragons. So this is my first time ever playing the Heart. So this will be fun. I will be playing the Noble Dosic Goldmane.
What's your calling? Aren't you a hound?
Yes, my job, my profession. I am a hound, and my calling is enlightenment. I'm here on a mission in search of knowledge to help. Kind of a friend.
Oh, there you go.
Next, we shall go to the second best dressed, my wife. Rosie.
Hi there, I am Rosie, and I will be playing Zestra, the Forced Blood Witch.
Okay, next, let's move right along to Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kay. Tonight I'm here to fight your and our dad. You can get these shirts at Carrion Comfort Studios shops. They're wonderful. Ben. And tonight I will be playing Ink Floods the Vein, or Ink, a high elf adventurous junk mage who's also on a search for knowledge, but for much more selfish reasons.
All right. And last, but certainly not least, Lucian.
Hi, I'm Lucian, and I am playing Melchior, and he is a heart song heretic, so he is the equivalent of a cleric, and he worships a literal moon under the ground, but he is called by the heart beneath. So who knows? Maybe he's actually just been worshiping the monsters under the ground the whole time. We'll find out.
Awesome. So let me describe the setting a little bit here. Okay, so the heart is. Before that, I have to say, above the heart is a place called the Spire. It is a mile-high city run by the High Elves, in which the Dark Elves are subjugated. But that's a story for a different game called Spire by the same group. Was it Rowan, Rook, and Deckard is the company. They're great people. They've made games like Jason Statham's Goes on Vacation or Honey Heist. Check them out. You've probably heard of them before. So anyway, beneath the spire is the heart. Now, the heart, it's not really known what it is, but that doesn't stop people from trying to explore it, from being called to it, into going to a place where the impossible is possible, where things don't have to make sense to work, where someone tried to build a train line through an interdimensional vortex and screwed everything up. But we'll get into that later, maybe. But for now, just know they're going to, our intrepid delvers here are going to be going into some sort of nightmare world eventually. But for now, they are in Derelictus, the lowest bottom of, the very bottom of the spire. This place is filled with gangs of street children, tenements, shanties, and just random different gangs and organized crime. our group finds themselves sitting in front of the cafe. The boy, actually, let's wind back an hour. An hour ago, before you have a meeting coming up in an hour. What are you doing to prepare before you meet this client? Let's start with reverse order. Let's start with our heretic.
Well, I think that if we have a meeting in an hour, Melchior would be taking the time to um, calm himself. Not that he's necessarily not calm, but he is easily riled, especially since he's from the city beneath, and now we're kind of up a little bit higher from where he is. There's more types of people, and he is almost too honest to go to a meeting with people who may or may not be as honest and forward as he is. So I think he is just taking the time to center. He probably does some prayers to Lombre, which is the dark side of the moon from under the ground, and is mine as well, probably looking just at various things and trying to stay out of trouble, because the last thing he needs is to be in trouble before a meeting.
I mean, you're already kind of in enough trouble with that business at the casino.
Yes, exactly. So he doesn't need to be in any more trouble. Thank you, Ink.
Let's go to the other dark elf.
Yes, Zestra is still getting used to being in the heart. She's not originally from here. She's from a far off desert region, and she's taking a moment to honor her blood from which she derives her powers. Just taking a moment to think about that, connect with it, and go over the different ingredients that she has tucked about her person, mostly bone and different interesting implements necessary for her craft, and making sure that her red tinted mirror that she uses for her portents is polished and ready for use when they need it.
Do you wish to use your mirror now?
I don't. Does this count as the beginning of a delve?
Not quite.
Then I will wait.
Okay. But we can say, for the sake of expediency, yes.
Okay, then let's get the first roll in here.
Because the authors of this game, they have a podcast where it's basically the director's commentaries. Do whatever you want. I also like to point out there are no mechanical differences between the races. They are entirely fluff. No
It's
one
one
can
of the
see in the
beautiful
dark.
things
Fun
about this
fact.
game. Okay, so I have discern, occult, and 1d10 for my base. Is that
That's 3d10.
and what?
You will
Yeah.
take the highest, and you can refer to the pinned message in our, I think it's resources.
Yes. So for the watchers at home, the way this works is we have one base die, and then we get another die if we have a skill, and then another die if we have a domain that applies. Just because it's a little different than what
And the
you
fun
might normally
part
have.
for me, when the tests get harder, you don't reduce your dice pool. You just ignore the highest values you've rolled. It's much meaner than reducing the dice pool, because then you could see victory just snatched away.
Yeah, it's rough. Okay. Ooh, but I got a 10.
A 10. A
A
10 is
10.
good.
Yeah, what do I see? So Zestra takes out her mirror. It's small enough to fit in her hands.
Mhm.
And the outside is elaborate, embossed. It looks like 3 serpents eating their tails around the frame. And there's this unnatural red sheen to it. So she takes it out, sits cross-legged,
You may have eaten there before. You definitely walked by it. It's like a heat dump from the city above, in which they use to cook the food. Um, Must have better ingredients. You can't quite make out many issues, but details. But your scarf comes into play. The headscarf, well, the one that you found the other day, that people got really excited about when you took it. And
I mean, it's pretty.
and then all of a sudden during your lunch or what have you coming up, people seem to get excited again. Those same people in their suits and all their glass beads and trinkets.
Fancy folk. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Dosic, how are you spending your hour?
Well, I think since I know we're going on a delve, I would like to use my forewarned and forearmed ability. So question, does anyone here, aside from me, have kill equipment?
I believe
You say
I
kill
might.
or heal?
Kill. K word equipment.
I have a kill equipment.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Would you like it to be brutal, or should I?
Oh God!
Have fun.
You
Or
can
not
just do
fun.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
How many
I can do
people
that
can you
before
that
delve.
to?
I should, and the thing is, I get to pick two. So I can also choose to make supplies protection, or one piece of our delve equipment gains the trusty tag.
Yeah, I also have a kill. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just.
Don't use it on me. Use it on somebody else.
Here's the thing: all of us get it.
Oh,
The
okay.
whole
Well,
party gets all of it.
protection for
I can also do
supplies
blood
would be
or mind
great.
protection.
or mind protection. Ooh, those are both good.
Okay. I'll go ahead. I think just to be safe, I'm gonna go supplies and then the brutal, just for funsies.
Yeah.
How's that sound to you, Rosie?
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead. Dosic's gonna sharpen and clean the weapons and shore up the supplies, make sure everything's tied together. Last thing we need in a delve is something falling into the abyss below, don't you think?
That would be terrible.
Okay, awesome. And now Ink. How is Ink spending his time?
So I think Ink is like, yeah, that would be terrible. And they're in the same room that Dosic is, but they're lounging inside a tub. It is filled with warm, frothy water that wafts different scents of roses and ivy. There's small plumed bubbles as they're just laying back and just taking deep breaths and relaxing. I think their sort of shoulders are a bit out of it and their arms are around this tub as they're watching as Dosic sharpens their weapons.
You feel relaxed, even though you know the glass blowers union is out there looking for you.
I don't know what
Man,
you're talking
Autumn Rains is really pissed at you. For stealing
Uh-huh.
that key.
It happens.
And then he's got his muscle still looking out for you after you and
Not quick.
Melchior did that thing at the casino.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's just how it works, though. The thrill of adventure sings in my heart, and I'm all right with it.
He'll get what's coming to him, I'm sure.
Luckily, you've been able to hear the clink clank, well, not the clink clank, the jingling of their glass beads and accoutrement as they go around.
Oh yes, that type is always aboundant, easily seen, easily heard.
It's a wonderful bath. It's going to be hard to come by when you go below.
I'm savoring every moment of I can because just the shivers it brings me, the thought of how messy it gets below. It's a questionable. Is it anticipation or disgust? He's unsure.
Okay. So your meeting is outside the boiler room with a man only known as Skip. He's fairly short, a little dirty, and his clothes are almost threadbare. I understand you're looking for work below. I happen to have a proposition for the four of you. there's a problem in Sonderwood. You may be familiar with Sonderwood. Melchior, you are definitely familiar with Sonderwood. It is known as the Temple of the Community. It is part of your religion.
It is the oath that I've taken.
It used to be pretty grand, but it's kind of fallen on hard times lately. People just aren't sticking around there for some reason.
Yes, I am aware of this place.
Yes. Well, they are having trouble with some creatures coming in. Some part of the security system is failing, the beacon that keeps them away. If you go see Sister Graves down there, she could tell you more, and if you do her task, she'll reward you with equivalent of a D6 resource each. I don't know how he would describe that in character, but I'm new at this game, by the way.
Sounds
I'm
valuable.
new. It sounds valuable.
D6 is pretty good. Not the rarest out there, but it's better than what you've got on you.
I think it sounds fun, and like Ink's lips sort of quirk up a bit, and the half-rimmed, rose-hued glasses that he wears sort of tips a bit against the coal-lined eyes. It sounds like an adventure. Let's do it.
So you're talking to us on behalf of Sister Graves?
Why, yes. I ferry information back and forth between.
And what's in it for you if we help you out?
Well, the sister of Sonderwood gets taken care of. They're good people there.
There is a temple to the goddesses down there. It would be in my best interest if we at least checked it out.
Come, it sounds like a good time. Let's go. Let's do it. Come on, a little resource, a little fun, beating some monsters. Let's do it.
Well, and possibly, if there's something going on with the security system, it's either ill-maintained or I smell sabotage.
Any of you have, can you guys make me a discern and haven roll? If you have either of those dice, either of those skills or domains, you get an extra die. Rosie, you get an extra die also because of a thing you did.
7.
Okay, so quick question.
Yes.
I have discern. Oh wait, no, I have haven, sorry. Oh, wait, no, oh god. I have discern and haven, so I get 3 dice.
Yes.
Perfect.
Again, you do not have to make the roll if you don't want to. Failure gives you stress.
Straight 5s.
Oof. Okay, if you failed it, you're gonna take 1 stress to your fortune track.
Okay.
I also failed with a 1.
Okay, so you're gonna take 1. So you're gonna take 2 because you get double failure. Double on a 1.
I got a 6.
Okay, you got a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's success at cost. You're still gonna take 1, and
Yeah.
Rose got a 7, so also 1. But Ink and Zestra, you see these men in matching gray suits with little glass trinkets and beads on them, pointing at your group.
We should definitely take this job and leave right now. He like looks back and like nudges both. I think.
How
Dipstick
wonderful! I love
and
the
Melchior,
enthusiasm.
And Melchior and like nudges his head towards these people that are clearly there for the 3 of them.
I agree. Before
which-
some excitement starts.
Which way is it that we're supposed to go?
Well,
the
there are 2 ways you
Sutherland?
can take down.
Which one's closest?
Oh, the closest one is you go on track 3 and you keep going down. Go through the group of people. You guys know how to get down there. You're experienced, Delvers.
Of course, and he's gonna clap Skip on the shoulder, ruffle Skip's hair, and just start running.
Right behind.
If you run too hastily, then we look like we're running, and he's gonna follow.
That's the fun part. If they do catch up to us, then it's their fault.
And now the delve begins.
Alrighty. Let's go.
So the delve kind of works like a fight, but the but the enemy itself does not get an initiative turn. You will each tell me what you're going to do as you descend down these railroad tracks on the Vermissian line. Try to get to Sonderwood. Let me read my description I wrote up here for this. Where did I put it? Right here. Okay. You are being chased by the Glassmen, running through a warren of abandoned dwellings, past tent cities and dwellings made of scrap. Maintenance hallways line the way as the unused tracks lead on into the dark. Anyone who has a suggestion is very freeform at this point. I will tell you the domains are Desolate, Haven, and Tech. Anyone want to do anything? You can hear the Glassmen chasing after you.
How
Okay, so
far
we're running. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So we're running through tent cities.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
If you had like, for example, what you can do is very freeform. If you wanted to say use stealth to find the sneakiest path through there, or maybe duck into an alley or maintenance access way, that would work for basically doing damage against the resolving the delve. If you can think of something, it can work with your skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly have a full idea. I had like a minor idea of trying to pull down one of the tents and like try and
Okay.
like slow them down behind us.
What are your skills?
My skills are hunt, kill, delve, discern, and my domain is Haven.
I could say you could use a discern and haven roll to figure out the one of maybe one of these abandoned dwellings, which seems to be flimsy but substantial enough that it would actually trip them up in the best time to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
So
go ahead and try that.
so you get 3 dice because haven and discern.
All right. I got 2 8s and then a
2
3.
8s. That's good. That is a success. You take no stress. Roll me a d4.
Okay. Grab a d4. Grabbed a d6 and then I forgot to grab a d4. Curses.
Oh, also, you don't have any gear that says discern on it, do you?
I do not.
Okay. Because you get to use that, if you're using that gear, you get to use its die value instead of a d4.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have rot gut, I think, for Haven, but like that's I don't think that's
I
helpful
can
here.
roll a d4 for you.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Thank you.
No problem. That's a 2.
A 2.
Take it.
A few of the first couple of glassmen managed to leap over it, but they were apparently blocking line of sight for the ones behind them, who stumble and fall into a pile behind themselves.
Yes.
Right, Ink.
So I think Ink happens to have the sneak mechanic or skill, and they want to grab perhaps Milkwire and see if they can sneak the two of them through a less conspicuous route, because I think they're most worried about Milkwire and how they're going to handle things, and or if Milkwire gets caught.
If we could do a
You could do
joint
it with
action-
everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we can
okay.
do it all together. I can also use my endure skill, which lets me jerry rig things
Ooh.
and maybe make some sort of different tent city. So I assume there are large containers of fluids of both drinkable and undrinkable sorts to try to make some sort of mess that would make people crowd into the streets. So we have more cover while we sneak.
Okay. With endure? Sure.
Yeah.
You endure the
100%.
smell to
I mean,
get
oh, sorry,
close
not
enough-
endure mend. Sorry, mend lets me do that.
Okay, you're quickly whipping up a trap for the last few.
For the last little bit. So,
Yeah.
all right.
So give me a mend and what are your domains?
My domains are religion and Warren.
I'll let Warren will work here because it is a Warren. Like I would call this group of.
A cramped, dense corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I should have another D10. Where are you, though? Where are my other D10s?
Aggressive.
There it is.
Struggle is real.
It was literally right in front of me. I just couldn't perceive it, I guess.
It had the sneak mechanic.
You want just the highest one?
Yes.
A 7.
A 7. I believe that is success at a cost. Yes, you're gonna take 3 stress as the smell of these liquids get to you. But roll me a d4.
Which track?
Oh, let's say mind.
Okay. And I rolled a 3.
Okay. All right. You are almost out of here. The delve is almost done. You guys just need a little bit, probably one more thing.
Oh,
Sneak,
well,
sneak, sneak.
I
Also,
think
you do not take fallout. I rolled for you here. Go ahead.
I think actually this is going a little too
Okay.
well.
All right. The glass men slip, fall, and pretty much clonk themselves out.
Yeah. So if they're kind of distracted, I think unfortunately that means Ink's not as interested in running as easily, and he wants to see if he notices anything that glitters in the way that he enjoys. Is there anything magical about that he might just grab a hold of while he's on the run and take with him? His hands, they just need to be occupied. One of them doesn't listen well after a tattoo.
I will say, you wouldn't find anything like that in this
Okay.
part of Derek.
All right, I
You have
guess
to go deep to find something like that.
All right. Then yeah, I think I'll help us just sneak away through the last bits, make it so that no one really notices that it's us that's there. That caused this ruffle with these riffraff.
Sure. What are your domains?
My domains are occult and technology. I don't know if those really apply.
Tech will work because you are
Tech
in
will
an old Vermissian tunnel,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
and you might know these maintenance ways.
Ooh, an 8.
An 8, I believe. I keep saying I believe.
I believe.
That is success with no stress. Roll me a d4.
Just have my D4 in my hand. 3.
3. That is enough. It just so happens the route you sneak along, you emerge into Sonderwood. You go down the stairway through the cramped, hot corridors. You know that the current pulse of the heart you're in is the pulse of swelter, the time when the beasts are angry and the tunnels are hot. And you go down, and eventually you see the lights and smell the sweet incense of Sonderwood, the Temple of Community. It's a rundown, cobbled together temple where Melchior knows the faithful spend their lives devoted to the virtue of community. It's a fairly large temple, but it's as if they can't keep up with the maintenance of it. There's a large beacon on top that kind of blinks every so often as you get close. Like, like a fluorescent light near the end of its life.
I think once we see the light, Melchior is going to go towards it. He's going to go quickly.
Hey there, is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. He's gonna pause. Who is gonna turn to everybody else? Sister
Greaves.
Greaves.
Oh, Sister Graves.
Graves.
Oh, sure.
My apologies.
Sure. I can take you right to her.
Who
we're
are
great
you?
friends. Oh, I'm Bam Second.
Bam
I'm a-
second.
I'm a disciple here.
Uh-huh. So, like, as someone new to this game, what's my insight roll? Is there a thing?
I would say discern, and you can either use Haven or religion here.
All right. I don't have either of those, so I'm just going to use discern. But that's okay, because that's a 9.
A
Nice.
9. This dude is very enthusiastic about helping you find Sister Graves.
Interesting. You're very enthusiastic. We can trust this
Think
one.
like Book of Mormon level of enthusiasm.
Okay.
Like it's
said-
like that.
I was right to be
The
suspicious.
Book of Mormon,
that.
the musical. I'm not making assumptions about real people.
Hello, my name is Elder Second.
I would like
Yeah.
to share with you the most amazing book
I too took
about
an
the
oath of
moon
community.
below.
I too took an oath of community. Please bring us.
He's like struts right along. There's like people like helping each other with tasks, like loading wheelbarrows. They're all smiling and waving to you, saying hello.
I think Ink leans into Dosick and is like, "Are you a little freaked out right now?
Definitely.
I'm a little perturbed."
You notice as you go along that everyone's working together and these tasks are getting done, but like you can clearly see stuff is lapsing, falling apart. Like there's not enough hands to really keep up with what's going on, like with maintenance, repair, guard duty.
Maybe if they separated, they could get more done.
But
We-
even with that,
Even.
It's about working together. There's just not a large enough community down here, obviously.
Indeed.
As we're just going through, is there something that Zestra thinks she can just quickly mend?
quickly, while this person's leading you somewhere,
If not quickly, then make
You
a
can
note
spot
of
it
to
for
come back
later.
later.
Sure. You see a. Give me an example of something you might want to that your character would be capable of fixing. There's a wall that might be
this-
falling down somewhere. Maybe with some of the lampposts because it's very dark down here, other than the like the candelabra lamps here.
Yeah, if she can help with some of those infrastructure type things, she
Yeah,
would like
Make
to.
a note for later. Eventually, he leads you to a mushroom garden where a dark elf woman seems to be tending to, in a rough spun cloak, or not cloak, but robes, seems to be tending to the mushroom patch. Oh, Sister
We
Graves. Sister Graves, look, there are people here to see you. New people. New people. How wonderful. She turns around with a big smile. And she looks kind of like the idea of a loving grandmother. Oh, what can I do for you? Are you happen to be explorers, delvers? Or do you wish to
Where-
join the community?
Explorers, Delvers, Skip sent us. We're here for the paid job.
Oh, Skip, he's such a lovely man. Oh, how is he?
Eh.
He was good last that we saw him. Though granted it was a short meeting.
He is all about business. I'll give him that. What are your names?
He had his health.
Good.
You can
Hey,
call me.
I'm Sister Graves.
You can call me Ink.
Well, you can call me Chastity. That's my given name.
Interesting.
I'm Melchior.
Zestra?
I'll go ahead, remove my tricorn. Dosick Goldmane, at your service, ma'am.
Wonderful. It is lovely to meet you. So, you might have seen as you're walking along that we have some problems here down in Sonderwood. Not everything is as good as we would like to make it out to be, but we all pitch in and make do. But even that is starting to fail. What I would ask of you is our beacon that keeps the heart beasts away. They're so angry this season, and I think it's put more strain on it than it could have possibly dealt with. There is an area nearby called the Machines of Dust. A dreadful little place. Where I think you can scavenge what we might need to replace our, find the replacement parts to make sure our beacon stays running, keep the people here safe. To help us defend our haven from any beasts that may lurk about.
That sounds heroic. I like it. Go on.
As a secondary question, so you call the Machines of Dust a dreadful place. I'm going to guess that not many people go there.
Oh no, it's deeper towards the heart.
Fair.
That sounds fun.
Indeed. I was curious. I was thinking maybe we could try and clear the way a bit in case the beacon fails again, but I imagine that wouldn't help out that much.
I mean, mechanically there is a thing you can do when you want to delve called making a connection. It makes the delve a little bit harder, but all future delves are easier. An example would be if you were going through like a flooded train tunnel. If you found like a hatch to drain the water, all future delves through there would be easier because the water is no longer there.
Okay.
Or if there were bandits or something.
Yeah. Or hard beasts, for example.
Yeah, you clear them
hard
out, it could be better. So
Wait till
Brother
Becca
Esquire,
sees
he
this.
maintains the beacon. He can give you information on what you're looking for.
Yes. Is okay. All right.
You say
And-
Esquire?
Esquire, yes.
Okay.
Look, I took names on Twitter earlier, okay?
Are you good? You good?
I think Ink's gonna nod his head, and you have payment, of course. Each of us were promised a insert D6 level.
Yeah.
Of,
She holds up these little,
fine.
she holds up like a small, she produces a small little box, and inside of it seems to be finger bones inscribed with different like runes and carvings. These were the bones of a saint to the temple of the moon beneath. They aren't really helping me right now, and the moon helps those who help themselves. They'll do much better if you can help, much better value to us if you can help keep us safe.
Can I take like a deep inhale and perhaps discern if these have any occult or magic value to them?
Yes, you can smell the magic on your share of them.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. We'll do
Did
this.
you doubt the authenticity of these artifacts?
Oh well, you never know.
No, I
This-
do know.
Well,
She
you know.
would not lie. How does that forward community?
I think Ink just smiles and like reaches out and just like tap on Melchior's cheek.
In Ink's defense, there are plenty of grifters down here.
I'm sure the sister is not one of those, and I doubt we would find someone like that in this place.
I
At
think
least in the
not.
temple.
At least not in the temple. Yes, sure.
Maybe in a casino.
Maybe in a
Ooh.
casino.
Brother Second is just like, as the implication that Sister Graves could be considered like a swindler.
I've unfortunately been betrayed. He just like he looks over at the brother. He like puts a hand on his heart. I've been betrayed so many times. I just have no sense of community. Just like playing it up a little.
The saddest violin, just Dosek.
Melchior looks very concerned. He's like, I will provide you community. You will know what it's like to be part of something great.
Oh, thank you, Melchior. So should we go look at this beacon? Take a look at
Moon's
it.
blessings be upon you.
Oh yes,
Moon's
you as well,
blessings be
sister.
upon you too.
and blessings. He's just gonna like look to this brother. Like, can you lead us there to Esquire?
Oh yeah, just go up those stairs. He points to a really rickety-looking set of stairs leading up. That'll take you to Brother Esquire. He's a knoll.
Why do you feel the need to discern that he is a null to us?
He's our only one. Most of them are all about demons and technology, which we don't have a lot here. I mean, just that beacon. That's why he's here.
We are pretty practical people. I will agree with that.
Hey, if you go up the stairs, you'll find him. He's been working around the clock to keep
Maintain
the
it.
beacon going. And with that, you hear a ringing of a bell, which indicates like an hour has passed, which is how a time is kept track of down in the depths here.
All right. You all go first. I have a fun idea.
Are you going to tell us what your fun idea is?
Yes,
Nah,
I can't wait to hear your fun idea.
No, you all just walk up the rickety stairs first.
Are you
I think
concerned about the
Dosek is
stairs you
used.
give way?
Dosek's used to ink at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
go
I'm not
first.
concerned. I'm not concerned. I'm just bored.
Will the stairs still be here when we need to come back down?
50-50.
Just don't get us kicked out, please.
50-50.
Please do not destroy anything that the temple helps keep in.
Zestra,
No,
you
not
were looking for
exactly.
something you could fix, right?
Yes. Can I do something for these stairs?
I mean, do you have a power or ability that would let you help on these stairs?
I do. It's going to sound silly, but I have witch spit. So-
You're going to spit on the stairs. How peculiar.
Not on the stairs. She's going to literally just like, and it's like not like a. It looks almost like a white glob of paste that comes out of her mouth and into her hand, and she sort of uses it to patch up the worst of the damaged stairs. It looks awful,
Give
but
me
it
a
works.
mend and a cult roll,
Thank you.
or whatever your ability roll is for this. I assume it's mend and occult.
Yes.
This reminds me of a book I read back home. It was about this human who was bit by a spider. Could make paste like that.
Dead.
Wonderful. You see Zestra hawk up this sticky white substance on the stairs, and it seems to make it less rickety.
Yeah, Ink is not watching at all and has just pulled surreptitiously.
You
from
described
their
it that
side-
way.
Surreptitiously from their side, pulled out this vial. They tend to have this pink liquid and just uncapped it and just take a deep inhale before putting it back and like taking like a centering breath, but then also sort of pouting. Now I can't do my fun thing. It's less fun now. Thank you, Zestra. And he just like stomps up the stairs.
Excellent.
are
He's going first.
incredibly
and heading
sturdy.
up.
Yes,
I-
I think this is better now.
Dosek will pat Ink on the back. Next time.
Next time, like it Dosek he leans back into Dosek's pats, and he's like, next time, because I imagine Dosek's a bit taller than him.
Oh, absolutely.
And he just keeps trudging up.
You eventually reach the top after some time. Up there, you see a knoll in a homespun white robe, gray, white. It's hard to tell how dirty this place is every so often up here. Seems to be taking notes on the beacon as he's trying to repair it. Dosek, you actually recognize him. He was part of I don't want to say village. We never established what if it was a village or
It was a town.
you're from your town. He actually left for the Heart maybe 5 months before the incident.
Hmm.
He was a pretty smart guy, friendly.
Hey, I remember you.
Equus, right?
No, that was the other one. I'm Dosek.
Right. How are you?
Goldmane, yes.
It's been too long.
It really has. I see.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to help fix your beacon, good sir. I understand you need some parts from the, what is it, the Machines of Dust?
Oh, they talked you into going there? Okay. Awesome. So, and he kind of gives you vague directions on how to get there. It's another delve.
Yep.
And when you get there, you're gonna notice all these wrecked machines. We're looking for one that's something like, well, a beacon. The main thing is if it's some sort of projection device or screen. And he lays out his notes. I think does anyone with the technology domain would kind of get what he's talking about here, to be able to find what you're looking for later. I'm not gonna go into techno babble, arcano techno babble.
Yeah. Ink is nodding though. Ink is like,
this
yes,
is
yes, this, yes.
entirely up Ink's alley.
Ink is like, yes, yes. Speaking of things that are up Ink's alley, this lovely thing in front of me, that's this beacon
Yes.
for this town. Does it have moving parts, would one say?
Yes.
You know, using, so I think,
Got gears and widgets and
oof,
sprockets.
I think Ink smiles.
Did you
So
lick your lips?
shut up. Listen, this character's a mood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think Ink, seeing all of this, nodding, looks around. I think I could help a little bit, at least just while we're away before a more permanent fixture. Would you mind allowing me that opportunity?
Out of character, what's up?
So I have this thing called Rust and Iron. You know, pathways that are clockwork and galvanic, shifting and malwork. Gain technology. Learn the following spell. Roll mended technology to improve a piece of equipment that has moving parts using a ritual that takes around half an hour. On its success, increase the equipment's equipment quality by 1 step. Standard becomes good, good becomes excellent, and give it the dangerous and unreliable tags. Once you have improved a piece of equipment with this spell, you can't improve it again.
Okay, now that you've reread this aloud to the group, do you still want to do it?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Give me a technology and mend roll.
Yeah, just because I know.
Actually, it's a spell. I believe you get something when you're casting a spell.
I believe I do get a thing. This game is new to me.
It's one of your core abilities, I believe.
Yes. Menace, the I am not seeing this on the
Okay, when your mind stress is 4 or higher, get an extra die.
Okay, yeah, my stress is not 4 or higher. Okay. I was like, my stress isn't bad. What are you talking about? I got so
Okay.
confused.
Again, there's 4 of you. I can't remember
It's okay.
everything.
It's okay. Listen, I appreciate the help. But yeah, so he's gonna crack, like Ink's just like cracks his knuckles and just starts touching things and moving gears. And ooh, that's an 8.
An 8, that is success without
Any consequences?
well, you're getting consequences, but without stress.
But you know what I mean. Stress. Yeah.
So you start not rewiring, but rerouting pieces. You take out your gum, you put it in. You're basically reconnecting this thing with chewing gum and
I don't think
magic paste.
it's chewing gum. I think it's different, like paste and almost like floral elements. It's just to smell really good in here. Like a lot of it's a little strange.
Huh. He goes, it's working better. How flammable is that substance you put in there?
50-50.
Excuse me?
Listen,
All right.
it'll hold on a little better until we get the other parts, and then we can have them put it back the way they need to. But for now, it'll work a little better. But we'll be back soon.
All right.
Out of curiosity, I heard there were heart beast attacks. Now, those wouldn't have to be. There wouldn't have to be like a nest along our route, would there? 2 birds with 1 stone.
I think there is actually.
Cool.
I don't get out much often. Also, what brings you here? I thought you had big plans back home.
There was an incident, and now I'm here looking for something important. Let's just say, if you hear anything about miracle cures or miracle restoratives, well, if you can find a way, send me a message, please.
Does everyone believe that Dosick is alluding to events that led him to seek forbidden knowledge for an impossible task?
Yes.
Yeah, seems
Yeah.
accurate.
Congratulations, Dosick. You've completed a beat. Please select a minor
Yay!
advance right now.
Hooray! Sounds good. I'll go ahead and do that.
So the way this game does not have XP. Instead, the players pick beats between sessions, and there are things like allude to your past, make a connection, receive orders from a master, eat something from the heart. When you do this, you get advances. Some are easier to do than others, and when they complete them, they immediately get new shit. It's great because it helps push the story along. All right. Well, miracle cures. Like, I mean, have you tried worshiping the moon beneath?
You know, I haven't.
I can help you
Oh.
with that.
I'll put that down as a possibility. Thank you.
Okay.
One thing actually. You heard of an alchemist by the name of Jericho? I know you're interested in those kinds of things.
Jericho. I have actually. Oddly enough, he usually is near the obelisk at the machines of dust.
That is an
This
amazing
is
find.
really
Thank you.
weird that you've come here asking about a guy that's already there.
It's important. Trust me. You remember Ekis? We were.
I mean, I thought you were Ekis.
Yeah. Yes, you did. I'm here on his behalf.
Okay. Yeah, Jericho should be there. He usually hangs out around the. He's usually studying the obelisk.
Thank you. You've been extremely helpful. And
Hopefully, you'll return the favor.
absolutely.
You know, we're just a big family here.
You know the Goldmains. They're always true to their word.
Right, so we should leave and start getting those parts because I don't know, we've got to. It's gonna hold well.
Oh, you're not leaving without one of these. He holds out his arms for a hug.
Oh, how does this man smell? Like, does he look clean?
He smells like spices,
Okay.
like juniper, maybe.
Okay. Does he look
Or
clean?
this fantasy world's equivalent of juniper.
Does he look clean though?
I mean, he was just working on the gears and cogs that you were just in.
Is
I'm
this
just-
directed?
Oh, he's going in.
No. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push Dosik in front of me. Take the hug.
Dosik will accept it gladly.
Oh, he's got great hugs.
Absolutely.
Next
take
one,
care of
showing a
yourself while we're
friendship.
up there.
Does Dosik have any stress?
I have one stress to fortune.
Clear it.
Yay!
Wow.
I'm gonna
What a
hop down these
great
stairs.
hug.
Simply amazing.
Ink's like, yes, that was a great looking hug. You enjoy that. He's like, but we should go fight those beasts and get those parts. And he's just gonna pass them right by.
He turns to the dark elves. Ah.
Melchior will give him a hug.
Oh, it's
A
really
big
good.
hug.
He's nice and soft.
Yes.
How much stress do you have?
I have a ton of stress.
Clear it. I don't care. Clear it.
Wait, which
All
track?
of
do
it.
I-
All of it.
Oh, neat. Sweet. That's 5 stress.
Hugs are the
gone, man.
best medicine.
His hugs, apparently.
Esquire hugs. Esquire hugs.
May the moon bless you.
Hug a lawyer? Question mark.
Really quick question, GM, for choosing the minor advancement. How does evade work? Is that something we can do in combat, or is that just like a
If
skill
you want to
we use
like,
to a
yeah,
delve?
you can do it in combat. You can do it during a delve. You just like, so if you say you wanted to use it in combat to inflict stress on your opponent, you would just keep evading their attacks to tire them out and stress them out.
Dark Souls rolling.
Yeah, basically, you could use it on like if you were say running from the Glassmen, you could use it to evade their stuff and tire them out, and that would advance the delve.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, the developers are like, if you can explain how you use your skill for anything, you can do it. If you want to use mend to like kill a guy that while you're pretending to cure him, go for it.
Okay. So I guess quick question: does anyone else have or use evasion at all? If not, I think I'll pick another one.
Please pick one that comes with an associated power.
I am going to definitely do that.
Yeah. I don't have evasion.
Understood. Thank you.
Zestra will accept the hug.
It's so soft and he smells good.
Go for that one instead.
I think watching from the stairs.
Whoa! 5 subs.
Whoa! Thank you for the 5 subs.
Also, thank you, Charlie, for subs. Earlier.
It says anonymous.
Earlier, Charlie gave subs.
Oh yes. I think Ink sort of seeing, like, peeking through and seeing everyone get the hug, sort of frowns and like goes back in and like slightly contemptuously looks at Esquire and like will hunch shoulders.
Aw.
And is just looking at him.
Do you want one of these, buddy?
I think he like shuffles forward.
Give it.
Aw,
Do the hug.
Healing hugs.
it's just
Love it.
warmth coming out of this guy.
Oh, and I think he like smells really nice and like Ink shudders a little. And he's like, oh, I did not expect this. Where do you buy your perfume?
I don't.
What do you use to wash?
I mean, the shower's been broken for a while.
Huh. And
This
he
is clearly his natural musk.
like there's a moment where he looks to an empty vial like at his waist and he's just like debates pulls it out and just like hands it over and is like, we'll be back, come, we must adventure.
To adventure. Also, so just a heads up, forewarned and forearmed only works until we reach the next landmark, so I definitely used that a little too early.
We can say it counts for this one.
Oh, cool, thank you.
Thank
Why not?
you.
We're learning.
Yeah.
First time playing.
Excellent. Brutal
Get over
weapons,
there.
let's go!
Brutal
My
weapons,
sword
great.
thirsts for blood.
I do have a
So,
hungry knife.
So, Brother Sekit will lead you to the way forward. Hey, you just go through there. You'll know which way you're going when you get to the junction. There should be a sign there that'll tell you where to go. But watch out for the creatures out there.
Much appreciated.
And if you walk into waist deep water, you've gone too far. Also, I believe Zestra wanted to do something.
Yes, Zestra is once again going to use Crimson Mirror because I can use it before delve, and if this is a new delve, great. So she is once again going to find somewhere a little quiet, maybe we're in a garden, so that shouldn't be too difficult, and perform the process again, sit down, cut her palm, bleed onto the mirror, and see what she can find out about the upcoming delve.
Okay. Do you have to roll anything for this?
Yes, I roll Occult and Discern. And
So 3 days.
7.
A 7. I believe that's success with stress, right?
I don't have the roll sheet in front of me.
I do, luckily.
Cool.
Yes, success at a cost. You're going to take 3 stress to, let's say, Echo. Can you roll me
Great.
a d12? Or would you prefer blood?
Echo is fine.
Okay, roll me a d12. Every time you take stress,
2.
a 2, fantastic! You get to clear all of your stress on that track now. So every time you take stress on this game, you roll a d12. If you roll equal to or lower than the stress you currently have on that meter, you get Fallout.
Oh no.
Yay! Everyone say yay!
Yay!
Luckily, it's only minor Fallout.
Could I have used Crucible instead?
I don't know what that means.
It's a witch thing. You bring the energy of the heart inside yourself and transmute its crimson power. At any time, roll a d6. If it's equal to or under your current Echo stress, clear that much stress from Echo, and roll with Mastery on your next action. If it's over your current Echo stress, add that much stress to Echo.
I would say because you just got the stress, no.
Okay, thank
if
you,
you
sir.
didn't get the Fallout, yes.
Okay, so tell me about the Fallout.
Okay, so it is minor Echo Fallout. Okay, cool. You'll find out later.
That's fun.
Echo ones
right.
are the best.
It's
And
secret.
she's
Hold on.
also
It's
going to.
Oh, your mirror hungrily drinks in
Yes.
the blood. And then it forms up a familiar shape, wearing the traditional robes of your bloodline. Zestra. What
Mother?
news have you for me?
We're going down.
Down where? I need details, child. Where are you right
Words.
now? Let's start with that.
We're in Sanderwood right now, hoping to help repair a beacon, and we are heading to the Machines of Dust to retrieve parts to assist.
Have you met Chastity yet?
Yes, she seems very nice.
That may be, but she's not of our bloodline. She is of another bloodline,
She is also a wedge.
and she holds quite an influential position there. It would be quite fortuitous for us if something were to happen to her. Possibly if you were to feed her the blood of one of those beasts that Beacon keeps at bay and get away with it. Do this and you will honor our blood.
I think that as Zestra considers not doing it, she feels her blood start to sort of boil in her veins and scream a bit. So she starts to experience physical pain at the consideration of not following these orders from her blood mother. So she sort of shivers a little, maybe adjusts her scarf and says, "If I can do it without detection, I will do this for our blood."
Do not disappoint me, child. There are
Yes,
great
Mother.
things in store for you in the future.
Yes, Mother. And I believe that completes one of my beats.
It
Hey.
does, but for now, let's do the actual effect of your thing.
Yeah.
You see a great beast ahead, cloaked in shadow. Its teeth pulse along with the beat of the heart. That you, even though it's a mirror, you would somehow hear it. Skips forward again. This great obelisk, but then shifts. It kind of the scene kind of pans over slightly to this other machine. This machine that has this interesting sigil on it, a sigil that you've seen before but you can't quite place. Something to do with ink and dosek. You would recognize the symbol if you saw it in person.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything, I swear.
So I have to ask, because I was planning on doing this before we even started talking to the mother, but I was planning to have had Ink be watching and listening.
Watching the mother?
Watching Zestra.
I don't think you would hear her speak to her blood mother,
Okay, yeah, I was
but you could definitely see her doing something.
Or commuting with a mirror, but you wouldn't see.
okay,
Think of it mostly like a blood-driven hallucination.
okay.
Yes.
Zestra's bloodline is the blood itself is kind of a bit works a bit different than other witches' bloodlines, in which the blood itself is a bit more resonant for them.
Okay, so yeah, I think Ink will walk over to Zestra and put one of his own hands down, his left hand, that has all these intricate sort of almost tattooings that are this deep dark red that perhaps almost have similar notions to the markings that Zestra holds. And he says, "Do you think this hand will behave better if I bloodlet it like you do yours? It's been iffy ever since I sort of woke up one night and, and he waves the fingers to show off the different intricate tattoos there.
She'll reach out and take it and look at your hand.
And I think the fingers just pinch you. He's like, sorry, bad hand.
Interesting. Does she feel anything in regard to this tattoo?
Is the tattoo any special significance?
The tattoo was
I-
done with similar bloodline. Blood is Astra. In the
Yes. This was done during character creation.
Right, I forgot about that. A little bit. It's faint.
She passes, she bites her thumb and passes it, so it bleeds a little bit, and passes it over your tattoo.
The blood responds.
I think it will only be happy when you do what it wants.
Well, that's just rude. He sort of
Yes.
pulls his hand back a little. So, is that a yes or no to letting the blood to see if it'll behave better?
I know.
We don't know yet.
You can try if you like.
Ink sort of shrugs. Maybe later. It's just cool. It looks cool while you did it.
All right. Melchior, what are you up to while everyone's doing their bits and bobs?
I think
There's
he's
actually-
doing tasks around the temple that he can do before they leave. None of my abilities currently can assist unless we're already in the midst of the delve. So
Okay.
I think that's what
I'll-
he's gonna do.
Dosek will assist Melchior, and just kind of like I imagine like you're just trying to like hold something up, and then he just goes right behind you. He goes ahead and like helps with it. So are all the followers of the moon beneath like
As you're
okay.
doing this, the other brothers and sisters down here, like, haha, we'll make a game out of it. What you're doing? Are you like, like they
Well,
are way
it-
too happy and chipper for people that live in eternal darkness.
Well, I was just imagining like they're like trying to repair something, and so Melchior was maybe like holding up something in place, and so Dosek was just like assisting.
Like another team comes out of somewhere and tries to do the same thing, but like
Jeez.
make it fun. Much like like when they try to make staff meetings fun.
I understand enjoying your work. This seems a bit extreme.
Okay. Okay.
And
It
this
is just
that
important to help make life down here a little bit easier.
We really appreciate it. Heh. And what we also really appreciate is we're gonna take a break right now. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hi, welcome back. Hopefully, tech issues are resolved. Thank you to our lovely, handsome producer,
So handsome.
and his owner Wes. The party is the group of delvers is setting out into the tunnel going forward. Last they hear, looking back, his brother said, "Watch out for Eclipse. He's a mean one."
You named one of them?
Yeah, the big one. Somehow
bring
he's
you-
always wreathed in shadow.
Interesting. I'll bring you his head.
Just kill him. You don't have to actually kill him.
Absolutely.
For sure. We will slay the beasts.
Actually, really quick.
Do you all
can we-
mind a moon beneath burial ceremony or no?
There will be no need for burials.
Just
The
a
rules.
shrug.
Okay, well, a remembrance ceremony. Whatever you guys want to call it.
That's true. If our bodies aren't around to be buried, then there wouldn't be need for a burial.
We're not going to die. The moon
Yeah.
will keep us alive. Do not worry.
I'm not planning on dying anytime soon. I'm a hero.
You are certainly a hero soon.
I like how you think. Come on, let's go.
And as we leave, like where there's people, Zestra is going to share the fact that they are indeed going to run into this shadow cloaked beast. And there might be something to do with both Ink and Dosek in this place.
Well, cards on the table. Esquire was quite helpful telling me about Jericho. Apparently, he likes to visit the obelisk down there. Considering no one has seen him, I'd find that a little hard to believe, but who knows? He might have left something.
I have no idea what it could have to do with me. That sounds interesting, though. I'm excited.
Also, are we real quick? Are we clearing this delve, like to try and establish a connection, or
This would be a new delve if you want to go on.
yeah?
Yeah, making a connection would be great, but
To make
We'll
a
see.
connection, you have to do something during the delve to specific that is in it in order to do it.
yeah.
I mean, wiping out the heart beast nest might be something.
yes.
Just because you guessed it, dealing with the heart beast nest is indeed what you have to do to make a connection.
Ah, shocking.
Let's go.
Now, spending the
Let's
time to
go!
make a connection could make the delve last longer, basically heal it or give it more health overall.
Right.
It's fine.
But I do think it might be worth it if this place is somehow tied to Ink and Desco and we have to get back.
I concur.
I
I-
think
I-
we should do it because there is a temple here.
Sure, for the temple.
Yeah.
I'm also
I can abide by
very.
that as well.
I've also grown bored, so I think we should definitely do it.
If we all agree, then we will eradicate the issues.
Excellent.
Besides, who knows? Harpies sometimes hide interesting things in their nests. They just find little trinkets, and maybe there's something cool there, or useful.
Well, there will definitely be something useful. That's why we're going.
Well, yes, but I meant in the nests. But let's go. Let's go.
So we go.
So we
Okay.
go.
Indeed, we go.
Indeed, we
Yeah.
go.
Dozek just
Um,
mumbles. Can't wait to tell Ekkas about this.
You enter the candle-lined tunnel. It's again very hot, as if the hot breath of these heart beasts are pulsing against the beat of the heart itself. You can't hear it yet, you think, but you can feel things are getting stranger as you go down. You see some people walking back towards you, dressed in the homespun vestments. Eventually, you come to a junction, much like brother. Why can't I remember their name? Brother Second, or was it Brother Esquire said? Where when you find the road sign, it has 3 directions pointed on it. One that says Sump Station, one that says Sonderwood, and the other one that says Machine Place. But it's on the ground, as if something broke it at the base. And because something did break it at the base, it's smeared in dried blood.
Huh.
That seems distinctly unhelpful.
We are looking for heart beasts, correct?
You're looking for machines of dust, but yes.
Yes, but there are also heart beasts in that area. I think Melchior would take a moment and see if he can see any of the things he looks for to recognize where the heart is strongest.
Okay.
Because of his heart song. So he's looking for things like triangles with moons in it, a small warm breeze, or any sort of twinkling lights that might.
What skill would you like to use for this?
I might not have a relevant skill. I
Do
think
you have discern, hunt?
I don't have any of those.
All right. What are your domain? What are your skills other than mend?
Is endure,
Okay.
and then his domains are warren and religion.
I would say religion would fit here. So if you want to roll 2d10 or explain how endure would work.
No, I think I'll just roll religion. If it's he is just trying to give an idol a look. It's okay if it's not perfect.
Okay.
My highest is a 10.
A 10. That is perfect. Where am I? There's my sheet.
Sorry,
So
that was
you
me.
get. Okay, roll me a d6 because you succeeded dramatically. The moths are seem to have emerged, blown about by a strong, breath of hot air down a side passage that you almost missed.
Okay. Moths, my favorite. Ooh, that is a 2.
A 2. Unfortunate. Okay. Because you get a 10, you get to increase the die value against it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Who would like to go next?
I would also like to attempt to hunt.
Okay. Looking for
What domain is
traces.
this?
What do you have?
My options for domains are Haven.
Haven works.
Oh, cool.
You are coming from a haven, so there are pieces of haven here.
Right. Highest is an 8.
An 8 is success without penalty. So roll me that d4.
Right. That's a 1.
Rip.
I found some droppings, I think. Maybe that's just a hand.
But you do figure out the way forward to go to get to the appropriate place, which way to turn at the junction. You find tracks and scat on the ground, following it along. Zestra, Ink.
Yes. So we are delving now.
Yes.
So, since we are heading towards a place of technology, would delve technology work here?
Yes.
Cool.
What would you like to do on this?
So, I think Ink.
Also, who's carrying your light at this point? Because it is pitch black now that you've gone down the junction tunnel.
I feel like we'd have 2 lights.
Melchior will carry a light.
Would it be possible to have like a lamp hanging off off of your belt? Like a belt
Eventually,
lantern?
you could find a mage lamp like that.
Okay. But for now, we're just rocking the.
Right now, you're schlubbing it with hot fire.
Sounds good. Ah, yes, torches.
Yes, you don't want your fur to stink.
We are the flame.
You guys remember the last
Darkness
time
fears us.
that Dosic got burned? And that smell lingered for a while it
Yeah.
burned hair.
But yeah, so I think Ink is going to sort of like take a deep breath and search out the scent of oil and of heart and of that sort of hum that resides inside of all technology
Okay. Give me that roll.
that resonates within him. Ooh, that's a 9.
A 9 is a success. Roll me a d4.
Who feels lucky? You feel lucky. 4.
Awesome.
You feel lucky. Good job.
And Zestra.
You said that there was blood on the sign.
Yes.
Can she take a look at that and try to determine if it is the blood of one of these monsters? And if so, can she somehow use that to find it?
What skill would you like to use?
Could she use discern and occult?
I would say absolutely.
Sweet.
And since you are a blood witch, I'd say that's totally within your realm of possibilities.
I would hope so.
Listen, it's like when we play mage. The science is there. It'll work if you roll well enough. And the science is there. That's not a good...
So that was a 6. However, I do have the ability to reroll any dice once. I can use it now, or I can hold on to it.
I'd hold on to
Up
it.
to group.
I don't think a 6 is that bad.
A 6, you're gonna take stress.
I
Yeah.
can take stress. I'll deal with stress. All
But
right,
you
holding on
succeed.
to that for something dire.
There you go.
Where do I get my stress?
Oh, I tell you. All right, you are going to take. What would be fun? What would be fun for this? Mind, Echo, Fortune. Let's do Fortune. You're gonna take 5 stress to Fortune. Roll me a d12.
Three.
Yay! Awesome. So you start following along.
So you said how many to Fortune? I'm sorry, 5?
So no, you're not taking any to Fortune now. Clear your
Oh.
Fortune track because you're getting Fallout. Don't bother writing
Okay.
this Fallout down because it's happening now.
Oh, no.
So you are last in the group, I would say, right? Because of your time spent looking at the blood.
Yeah, I stopped and maybe sort of got some of the blood on
You
the side
start
under my
feeling a
fingernail,
pull.
and then, like, yeah.
You're going in the same way as them.
Yes.
And then you stop to tie your shoe.
Of
And
course.
then the wind starts blowing on the back of your neck. And then it stops. And it starts. And it stops.
Is this a hot wind?
Why is it so loud? Ugh. Oh no, it's right behind you. That's not the wind.
That's not the wind
That's
at
a
all.
Heartblood beast. We're in
Yeah.
combat, everyone.
Woo.
And they get to attack Zestra first.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That went perfectly for
So wait, was the stress part of the attack, or is
The
it?
stress was her succeeding at cost.
Ah, gotcha.
So this creature, when you turn around to look at it, appears to be a odd hunk of flesh walking on what appears to be a rib cage, like a spider. Its eyes keep pulling into its torso and coming out in different places. And somehow its it's just also a giant mouth opening sideways. Its
Cool.
torso. And it is going
Is
to try to
this-
take a bite out of you. Okay, and you're gonna take it chomps down. And you're gonna take 3 blood stress. Please roll me a d12.
10.
You're fine. You still take the 3 though. Who would like to go next? You hear the chomp and the presumable scream from Zestra.
Yeah.
Turning around, the rest of you see it actually 4 of these beasts. They are all very different. One appears to be some sort of, I would say a cow, but its organs are on the outside. Another
Nice.
one is, it looks like a dog at first glance, but it's got wings and these segmented eyes, and it's weird proboscis. It's a giant fly that's walking around. And the last one is a small little naked man that just seems to be running at full speed at you, chomping its 8 rows of teeth.
So I think Ink, it's funny because you'd think the opposite reaction, but he smiles so wide because the adventure's here. And he's just gonna reach to his side pocket and pull out a hungry knife.
Okay.
And just absolutely leap at this wonderful man that is running towards them
Okay.
and attack.
Okay, what skill?
So I think occult.
That's a domain.
Well, that's a domain. I don't actually know if I have any murdery skills.
What are your
TBA.
skills?
Delve, discern, and sneak.
Okay,
Sneak
well,
attack?
they
Sneak
seem to
attack.
be. It seems to be concerned with Zestra. You could sneak up on it and stab it in the back with a sneak.
Okay, yeah. Let's use sneak. I need to get killed.
You could use discern to identify its weak spot and stab there.
Oh yeah, I like that better. I want to use that. Please and thank you.
Okay.
And will I say? Would you say occult since these are
What are your other domains?
technology?
Occult works better, yes.
Yeah. So I think occult because I'm using my knowledge of sort of occult and ritual and beasts
The science is there.
to
Give me that roll.
to discern where
Mhm.
its squishy bits would be to murder it. Much murder. Ooh, not much murder. That's a 5.
5 is a failure. and
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah. You got too excited.
Let me just double check this. Just to make sure I remember how this works, because combat is 1 page.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna miss, and you're gonna take stress.
Mhm.
What track is most appropriate for you missing?
I think perhaps the most appropriate track would be honestly probably blood, because I imagine I miss and get caught up in one of these maws.
Have we been alerted enough that I could have moved during this time?
Sure. So this is you can't negate the stress that he's about to take.
Even with
It's a
Oath of-
failure of his action, but it's just the result that comes up.
yeah. I wanted
you
to
have
get the
protection,
stress,
though.
but I could increase his blood protection.
That will come up for all future blood losses.
Okay.
Blood
Okay, sweet.
damage.
It's the
But
wording of it is very confusing on Oath of
Yeah.
Community
that's
of
fair.
when it occurs.
It's very open-ended, I would say.
Yeah, because it says, when a nearby ally is attacked and you're ready to defend them. And I'm like, when do I declare that I'm ready to defend somebody?
Okay. So right now it's Corey was not Corey. God damn it. Ink
Wow.
was not attacked. Ink was attacking and just failed.
Okay,
Um,
that makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So just a heads up, okay. This thing's gonna, when it attacks you, is going to do blood damage to you.
Yeah.
Would you still like to take stress blood?
You do have protection to supplies. Just hint, hint.
I guess perhaps the teeth catch on my belt and tear at my supplies.
All right, cool. You're gonna take 4 stress to your supplies.
Oof. How is that negated by my protection?
What's your protection rating?
Dosic.
One.
It's
So
one.
you're gonna take 3 stress and then roll me a d12.
Looks like they like me today. 9.
A 9, you're fine. You stay down with 3.
Hope that comes
would
in
like to go
clutch
next?
later. Dosek would go ahead and step up and try and put himself in between Zestra and the beast, considering how much damage the beast just inflicted. And then, yeah, I'm gonna try and kill it.
Alright.
Just straight up. Prepare to get K-worded. Let's see. So are we still? Is this technically the Haven domain, or is this just kill?
I would say this is technology or wild.
Okay, gotcha. So I will use 2 dice then. 10.
10. Alright, what's your weapon that you're using?
Okay, I believe I've drawn. I think instead of moving in close, I've drawn my sword. I have a sword and a repeater.
What
So
is
I've
the
drawn
die
both.
value on the sword?
Is a D6.
Fun fact, because you rolled a 10, you get to use the next size up. So roll me a d8.
Nice.
Is your
what's
sword
fun-
brutal right now?
Yes. Yes,
So you
it
can roll
is.
2 d8s and pick the better roll.
Hooray! Let's go. I should have D8s pretty. These are pretty extensively. My D&D campaign gave me just a moment. Okay, cool. Found 2 D8s. All right, that is 5.
A
That's the
5.
highest.
So which one were you fighting? The naked boy? The naked man
Uh,
boy?
I think I was
It's
going
like 2
after-
feet tall.
I think I was going after the Resident Evil monster with the gaping dragon.
Okay.
With
the one that
with
bit, the one that bit her.
Yeah, the one that bit Zestra.
Okay. How do you kill it?
Oh, I just imagine, he runs up, flourishes the sword, and just stabs it right through the top and bottom jaws, and just seals them shut, and then just pulls.
Unseaming it. Like
Yeah.
Macbeth. Nice.
Oh man.
Classic. Blood sprays and leaks down upon the floor. Ground. The
Ground.
tunnel. And it lies still. The bones that were animating underneath of it separate, no longer held together by anything.
Ink sort of lets out a sigh as he watches it, like, why couldn't I be that cool?
With a flick of blood against the wall.
You don't have a magic badge.
The worst part is I haven't taken stress. If I'd taken stress, I could have removed one of it for that.
Lucian or Lester, if you'd like to go next.
I think Melchior is going to run over to Zestra, who has taken some stress, correct? What kind of stress is it again?
Blood.
Blood.
Blood. I think Melchior then will pull out his bandages that have scripture on them. It's in some sort of drow language that you can recognize as drow, but it is not exactly a common used one. It's like reading drow Latin. And I think he is going to try to mend some of Zestra's stress. Because she is right there. So that would be... I think when he starts to wrap them, he will squeeze slightly while also talking about the moon beneath and how she blesses all, and one day from her belly something great will be born, and he's obviously entering some sort of religion-fueled trance in order to perhaps allow me to use mend and religion.
Of course. The science is, like I said, the science is there.
Gotta
Crazy
love that
under the
moon
moon.
heart science.
Moonheart Science. And my highest one on my Heart Song red die is a 10.
So do you have equipment for men?
Yes,
What-
I have the scripture. It is scripture etched bandages and blessed oils and a staff, which gives me mend blood / mine d6 and kill d6.
So that is going to work as a D8 for this.
Oh,
You
neat.
got a 10. So this game is awesome.
Sweet, sweet. Did I pull out a d8?
Pretty sad.
I can roll
got
one if you
one.
need.
I got one right here. I just gotta. Wasn't my prepared dice because I didn't think I would ever roll so good. Let's see. This is good. You're gonna be able to go and be happy in a hot second here.
And then it'll be your turn, Zestra.
Okay, well, I said it was going to be good, but I rolled a 2, so you mend 2 stress to your blood.
I will take it. That's better than it was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you like to do anything else, Melchior?
I think
There
he's going.
is no mechanical limit on how many times a player can act before others do.
I think he's going to then.
Or if you feel like the healing took a turn.
No, just there's a dead.
Do
there's
it.
a dead heart beast on the ground. Like
you
right
know
in
there's
front
a
of
greater
Jessica.
heart beast out there somewhere.
And there's other living heart beasts attacking us.
Yeah, I think he's going to prepare himself. There's a moment while he's chanting over Zestra where he looks at the beast on the ground and he looks at it and he starts talking about a lady in white and black and he talks about moths and he talks about how they listen to the lady, and I think he goes back and forth between that and the moon for a little bit, and he looks back at Zestra and he looks back at the one on the ground and he looks back at all of the live ones, and I think then he prepares himself to deal with the other live ones, placing himself in a good place to intervene with his allies.
Cool.
And that will be his turn.
What are your domains?
My domains are religion and warring.
All right, cool. Roll me Endure and Warren as one of them, as the giant fly lunges at you, revealing its eyes were actually its mouth the entire time.
Oh, that's creepy. Where's my other D10? I literally just had it. There it is. Again, my highest was 10.
Awesome. So you knock this thing aside. Roll me a d6 as you stand there with your staff and deal damage for this time.
A 3.
Just a 3. A mighty 3. You batter this thing aside with your staff. The moon is with you. You fear not this horrid fly monster.
Yes, because I worship the mother of all monsters, right?
Zestra.
Let's see. I, Zestra, have my goat's leg carbine, which does d6 ranged. And it's a cool looking gun. It's like a small rifle, but it's somehow made out of what looks like to be the bone of a goat. And there's still what might be... It looks raw. It looks like it was maybe taken more freshly than you know it could have been. Somehow. And it, just for flavor, it shoots bone bullets, because why not? And yes, I know the cat is coming in and out. So she's going to try to shoot one of these other monsters.
Okay, there's the fly monster, the weird small naked man, and the inside-out cow.
Let's
Every
go.
step it moans in agony.
Let's go for the weird little naked man, because I'm pretty sure that's from Titanfall.
Sure.
You're so close, but we're gonna get
Titan,
it back.
no! Attack on Titan!
There you go. There's only like 2 things that have Titan in them, so like,
You're close.
no, it's very close.
Alright. So First, I roll to attack it. Find my stats. Okay. So, can I use discern to maybe help
Look
me?
for its weak spot.
Yeah,
You
aim.
may
for-
indeed.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any applicable domains?
The only domain I have is occult, so I'm going to say no.
No.
Seven.
A 7 is a hit with some stress. So roll me your weapon's damage value.
D6. 1.
Aren't all
could
our
I
weapons
actually-
brutal?
What?
Aren't all our weapons brutal? Doesn't that do something?
They are.
Roll 2d10.
Oh.
Roll
okay.
another whatever
Another
you're
D6.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Uh,
Ben.
You're welcome.
Melchior could have done that too.
5.
Melchior, if you'd like to re-roll your damage, see if it's higher.
With a D. What would it be? then?
Whatever your value is. You got a 10 on that endure roll.
Yeah.
So what's your staff do?
It was D6 kill, so D8.
So yeah, roll me another d8. If it's higher than 3, then we'll use that one.
It was
Also-
3.
Oh, rip.
All right. So Zester, where did you shoot the small man?
I'm going to say in its, right in its mouth of those 8 rows of teeth.
The jaw comes off and flies off into the darkness. And the monster falls down face first and ceases its movement.
Cool.
You're gonna take some mind stress.
That's
just
fine.
From how gory that was. 2.
All right, and then I roll a d12. Is that how
Correct.
this works?
Who would like to go next?
6.
You're good. All right, let's go.
So I think, yeah, Ink's a little frustrated, so they take a breath to compose themselves and are going to try and sneak up behind. So there's only one living creature, 2 living creatures, right? The fly and yeah. He's going to try and sneak up behind this sort of fly creature.
Okay.
And knowing, again, his occult knowledge of these weird bodied individuals, is going to go for like the left lower thigh where he knows a major vein sort of lies. He's gonna attempt
What are you
to.
rolling?
Yeah, so a sneak occult.
I will say occult will not apply at this point because
Okay.
I used it before.
Okay. Ooh, a 10.
A 10, so you're gonna increase your damage by 1 step. And don't forget, you have brutal.
And I have brutal, so I get to roll 2d8.
What are the keywords in your knife, by the way?
Yeah, side note, this knife is funsies. Let me pull that up real quick. Keywords in my knife.
If you,
It already does contain brutal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
that
it's a
means you get
hungry
3
knife.
dice.
So yeah,
You
oh.
had that. Oh no, wait, you took the protection instead of brutal, right?
No, I took brutal. It's brutal, bloodbound, dangerous.
No, I meant. So I thought, didn't you just get supplies protection from?
It was supplies protection. I get to pick 2. I
Oh,
chose
okay,
brutal
awesome.
and supplies protection.
Yeah, so it's a kill d6 and it's brutal, bloodbound, and dangerous. Which I think means that d10 might not have been 100% good for me. But we're gonna find out. Ooh, 7.
A 7. How do you kill it?
Yeah, like I said, I think he takes his breath and he calms himself and he sneaks up and he just slits this like arterial vein and it like coats his arm as like in seconds the blood just drains and this thing just falls down.
The green ichor covers you.
And I think he almost can't help himself. He leads down and like licks a stripe up his arm and his eyes a little wild.
Oh, that was not smart.
Oh no.
Listen,
That did not taste good. You just put fly gunk in your mouth. Why would you do that? In what world was that a good idea?
got too
You
excited.
will never be clean.
He shivers. He shivers, and I think in that moment actually reaches for that same vial that he had smelled earlier and like dabs some of it onto his arm and like wipes instead of going for another attack. He pauses to clean himself up.
Who is next?
There's one monster remaining, right?
Yes, there is the anguished inside-out cow, whose every moment is agony.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up, I think. just kind of steps forward. Ooh, another 10. Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Crit City. Someone said a casino. Do we want to hit back that casino?
Oh, they're not
Too
allowed that
soon.
casino anymore.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're not
but
allowed
there's
to-
other casinos.
There are other casinos.
Okay. So again, 2d8 for the damage.
Your value goes up, yep.
Ah, man, it was an 8 and then it flipped to a 1. But I had a 3 for my other one.
A 3, okay. Plunge your sword in and go.
Be still. We'll try to
It
grant
just
you
keeps.
peace.
It's this mood endless. And also, something in your mind inside out. If sound could be inside out. Who would like to go next?
I think I'm gonna whack the cow with my staff.
Be freed from your mortal coil, cow.
I'm gonna try to, or maybe I'll toss some. Nah, I'm just gonna whack it with my staff.
There you go.
Cool.
That's just what kill, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So that's just 1d10.
Kill, and I think Wild Warren would apply.
Well, Warren is like
A domain.
yeah, but Warren's like crowded corridors. It's not really
Okay.
crowded here. I can't think of a good reason for it. I think he's just
It used to be crowded.
I think he's more frustratedly like whacking at it now, right? Because now it won't stop
Yeah.
moving. So it's all right. We'll see what I do on this singular D10. What could go wrong?
You could roll a 10.
I rolled a 9.
Nice.
That's almost as good. Roll me that sweet kill damage.
So it's a D6, but it's brutal. So what does brutal do
You
again?
mean you roll 2d6 and pick the higher,
Oh, okay. It's like
or
a
whichever one you
Yep.
want, or is it higher?
I believe it's higher.
Because that does matter for certain weapons.
a 5.
A 5. So how do you whack the cow and put it out of its misery?
I think rather unceremoniously, instead of whacking it, I think he takes his staff, which is a very long white piece of wood with etchings in it to the moon goddesses with a moon on top, and I believe I put some sort of like thing around the moon or something similar to that. I think he's going to, instead of just whacking, I think he like uses it more like a lance, and so he stabs it into the cow, and then pulls it out, and now his staff is covered in blood, and there is a dead cow.
The cow plummets like a marionette with the strings cut. And its horrid cry ceases, echoing down a hallway, the tunnel. And then a new sound comes back. An angrier, louder sound.
In front
And
of us or behind
darkness
us?
approaches from ahead of you. Your light seems to be not casting in the shape of this beast, made almost apparently out of shadow.
I think Ink reaches a
It
hand up.
is twice the size, at least, of the Heartblood beast you just took out. It's massive shadow claws. I would say glimmer, but whatever the opposite of glimmer would be in this case.
So we're talking like 16 feet, 17 feet.
It is like hunched over to fit in this tunnel. This 8-foot high tunnel.
Yeah. I think Ink reaches a hand out to high five Dosick and is like, let's do this.
I
Accepted.
believe it is Zestra's turn. Zestra. What would you like to do?
Sorry. I was thinking about things. She is going to say, all right, there it is. It's there. And she's going to try to use her Goat's Lake Carbine again to get this party started.
I will state, all the difficulty on fighting this thing is risky. So you will lose your highest result on every roll.
Thank you. Okay, so that's... I would like to use Discern.
Sure.
Try to...
Do you have a applicable domain?
No.
Okay.
Unless you would say, it could I use Occult because I saw this in my mirror?
I will say because you saw it in the mirror, you can use Occult.
Sweet. Oh. Wait, there might be... The first time you interact with whatever you find that relates to each omen, you roll with mastery.
So you get another die.
I get another die.
Nice.
There's a reason I like that mirror.
Because you have to.
I mean, I'm compelled to. 7.
Is that your highest die rolled?
Yeah.
I told you it's risky, right?
4.
Isn't that negated by mastery though for that roll or no?
No.
Okay.
No. But I'm gonna...
So you will take stress from this beast.
I don't want to do that, so I'm going to...
I can take it as a reprisal.
Oh, it's
I
was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
can
I
charge it.
can use Dire Portents. Once per session, reroll any die that you or anyone else rolled. The original roll is a vision you received, and you shout out a warning, or act differently this time around.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use one of your force ability to make somebody else take the damage.
Only if we had an NPC with us.
Isn't it an NPC you like?
I'll look at it later.
Hey, you know, sometimes
Alright, give me that reroll.
go with the team.
Okay. And
Which die are you re-rolling, Rose?
I don't reroll all of them.
Didn't it say a die?
Any dice.
Okay, sure.
Multiple, nice.
If I'm doing this wrong, don't tell me. Okay. 8. And that is with the thingamabob.
What was
Subtract
your
my dice
highest
roll.
one?
My highest one was a 9.
Okay, 8. That is success without stress. Roll me damage.
Nice.
And it's brutal.
So 2d6.
Mhm.
6!
A 6. What are the keywords on your rifle?
Oh no. Or OES?
Kill, ranged, and reload.
Okay. Okay, you're fine. Alright, so you do 6 damage to it. Awesome.
To start.
You impact the shadow. And it moves forward.
Thank you.
Who's next?
I think Ink is gonna try and slink to the sidelines to get to its flank and attack from there.
Okay. Do you have any applicable domains?
I have technology and occult, so I don't believe so.
No.
Wait, I thought technology applied here.
Technology does apply here.
Right,
because
technology
you
does
are-
apply here.
Because of the yes, technically because that's how domains work. The area you're in, like if you had a domain for a university and you wanted to fight somebody in the university, you'd actually be stronger fighting them in a university.
I love that.
That is an example they give in their podcast.
I like this.
You were just good
Listen,
at using
I'll
books,
take
food,
it.
eating them up in the library.
Cool, an 8. Even
An
with
8.
whatchamacallit.
What was your
Eight.
highest?
I had 2 8s.
Okay. You will hit. Roll me that damage.
So, okay, so. Ooh, a 6.
A
which is the most amount of damage I can do. I don't know if that
with the hungry knife.
with the hungry knife. Yeah.
What are the keywords on the hungry knife, by the way?
So again, the key words on that hungry knife are kill, kill D6, brutal, bloodbound, and dangerous.
Dangerous says when you inflict stress with this item and roll the maximum amount, roll d6 stress to blood.
4.
You make 4 stress to your blood. Roll me a d12.
12.
Okay, yeah, you don't take any fallout. As your knife jabs into this beast and drains the shadow from it. This large,
Pretty.
double-sized gorilla with sharp claws, no skin,
Yeah.
and slathering fangs
Yeah.
lays on the ground on its back before you.
Yeah, Ink's eyes just go, they're sort of wide, and there's this hunger that matches the knife in it as he stares down this giant beast.
Wait, is it dead?
It's yes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
dead.
Melchior.
Yeah. Okay, you did max. I expected the risky thing to do stuff to you. Yeah, we're rolling 8s. We get re-rolls.
Well, the way you described the knife eating the shadow, I thought like something worse was going to happen.
Yeah. So I think, and Ink smiles and is gonna lean down using that knife and cut the head off.
Melchior is going to run over, shouting something about it's incomprehensible. Like, I could word salad it. It'd be like, together when the moon meets the heart, we will see the true birth of everything. The true monsters will appear. And he will go and grab at the corpse's neck and start eating the heart beast.
Okay. Are you gonna try to eat its heart?
Yes.
Okay.
He will rip it out, though, with his hands.
Okay.
While praising
Does
the
anyone
god.
have hunt?
I do.
If you want, you
well-
could probably try to harvest resources from this creature.
Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, that whole shadow thing seems kind of interesting.
Well, the shadow's gone now,
I murdered
That's
it.
fair.
consumed by the knife.
That's fair.
My
Oh,
knife
I was,
ate
yeah,
it.
okay, keep it.
I pet the knife.
Oh, wait,
I
I
tell
got
you.
Name's
bronze.
darker.
I tell it it did a good job.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be just hunt because my only domain is Haven. Okay, I got an 8 and a 10.
A 10.
Is this
We're going
risky
with
at all?
the
or
10
is
on
it-
this. No, it's dead. So
Okay, cool. Also, really quick, Dosick as he goes up just kind of like starts looking at harvesting it, just kind of mutters to himself, this kind of reminds me back home. There's a, oh man, there's a line for this. And then as he like stabs the knife in to start harvesting, something. Oh yeah, that's for Sunderheim, you damn dirty ape.
you pull out some of its fur. Tell me, do you want to take some stress to find something cool?
You know, we've come this far.
It would be
Why
fortune
not?
stress.
Fortune stress? I mean, I don't have any stress, so ain't nothing to worry about.
There we go. That's the spirit. So you take 1 stress to your fortune, and you find on this creature some strange bones. You've studied the skeletons of various creatures in your time in your demonology classes, right? These bones they seem to be a construct of the heart itself, as if it was recreating this creature to do something. They might go for a lot for the right collector.
Would you say a D6?
I'd
Or-
say a D10.
God.
Damn.
Yeah, I rolled the minimum on that D8 for fortune claw.
Nice.
For fortune stress. I'm not even gonna roll. But yeah, but you'll have to sacrifice the meat and fur that you could have harvested to get the more expensive bone.
Dosick will just look to the rest of the party. I think these bones could be worth something, but we're gonna lose the rest of the body.
I
I
think
mean-
Ink's gonna take a deep breath, inhale, And does he smell anything magical, or does it smell like worthwhile money?
But with your occult knowledge and literally the other two people in your group that aren't Dosek, they could probably think of a few uses to use these bones for in some sort of ritual.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But in their current state, they are not magic. They are just touched by the heart. You interpret that as you would, but they are not like, they are not an occult resource.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet,
If
but
someone were to
Zestral will
prepare
look up
them-
and go, bones are always precious.
All right.
Zester, do you want to harvest some blood from this thing?
Yeah, it's not unusual for Zestra to do this sort of thing. She's going to scoop up some of the teeth from the thing that she killed, bone, and easily collectible. Dump those in a bag with other teeth, and pick up like a vial or something, and collect some blood, maybe a couple different types of blood from some of the different beasts.
Okay. Congratulations, you've created a connection between Machines of Dusk and Sonderheim.
Cool. I get a
Thunderwood.
minor beat.
That's right.
I was gonna say that
Um,
this creature connected enough to the heart to be considered to consume something
Yes.
from the heart.
I would say so. I would
Yeah.
also say by taking out this pack of heart beasts, you defended a haven.
Oh, cool. I take 2 minor beats.
And I think rose to the opposite of her second beat.
Well, you could. Oh, opposite. I was gonna say you could still feed some of that blood.
Sorry. And we still got more to go. A little bit.
Yeah. I don't smell anything magic or worthwhile
No,
money-wise.
but
Okay.
you do feel it coming up ahead in the tunnel as it makes its way into an open area, glowing with
Ooh.
various green, red, yellow lights. As you walk along, these almost first you think they're like stone, like menhir stones, or I don't know the term you would use it to describe the stones from like Stonehenge, just lined up all over this place. But they've got these lights shining on them. And then the more technical minded of you realize these are machines, and these are lights blinking on the machines. Their purpose is unknown. They've been here for longer than the Dark Elves have inhabited Spire. Marching along, you come to the center of this area with a great obelisk. It was not hard to find. Let me get my description of the obelisk here. Just give me a second. Make sure I have this right.
While you're getting that, I think Ink is thinking about what Zephyr had said to him earlier, and takes his hungry knife and thinks about his blood and the blood it took, and he's just gonna run his finger along the edge and bleed that tattooed hand out,
Okay.
and just see if he feels anything or if anything happens.
It tickles a little bit.
Hmm.
And not just because it tickles for some reason, like a deep, like when you like smack your funny bone, it feels
Yeah.
a bit like that.
Huh. And I think he sort of nods and just
Mhm.
observes that.
You find the center led by these interesting moths, leading you towards this obelisk in this place that stinks of oil, rust, and ozone. The obelisk is made of some dark purple stone, and surrounding it are leather restraints, chairs with people in them, all with cables plugged into them. Zestru recognizes this from her mirror. By them is one man wearing a cloak, mysteriously, as cliche as it is. He must not know that's no longer in vogue.
I mean, Dosek has a cloak.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with cloaks. Excuse
cloaks
me.
are fashionable.
Cloaks are fashionable. Excuse me.
Dosek's gonna marvel a little bit and just go, man, the Machinist's Guild back in Pine Flats, they love this place.
Yes, this place is quite Magnificent. And yeah, Ink's just running his hands sort of along all this technology and all the bits and bobs there, and just wants to, like, is eyeing those cables.
Does it look like the people in the chairs are powering the obelisk in some way?
They seem to be catatonic. They're just strapped in with plugs, like going into their skin. Every now and then they jerk a bit. Their eyes seem to be moving underneath their eyelids.
They're dreaming.
And there is a man in a cloak. You can't tell it's a man because they're wearing a cloak. That's kind of the whole thing.
They might not even be a person. It could just be another machine standing in the breeze.
Are you Jericho?
He turns around. Oh. What do they look like, Dosek? What does Jericho look like?
Jericho is Ooh, I hadn't actually thought about that. So Jericho is a very I'd say kind of like a very heavy set person. And it's
human? Elf?
I'd say elf.
Ooh,
Fairly heavy set.
High
elf.
or dark?
We'll go high.
Ooh, I
high
like
elf.
heavy set high elf. That's fun.
Yeah.
Not what
and
you
it's,
usually think.
Yeah. And he's very. I don't know how to describe him in a good way. He's very calm, generally. He's a very analytical individual.
Got it. You know of me?
I just point my finger over towards Dosik.
Indeed, I've been looking for you, actually.
Oh, what may I do for you?
I understand that you have knowledge of healing, things that can, do more than simple medicines and salves. They can fix major injuries. I have someone of interest to me. He was injured in an accident of his own making, and I wish to restore him to full health.
Yes, I was once a student of the great alchemist. He could change the world with the truths he knew. But is your friend here, the person you need to help?
He is not. He was not fit for the journey.
I have a
I
problem
promise.
then. I must stay here and attend to these people, for they are keeping the universe running.
That sounds very important.
Yes.
Beg pardon?
Excuse me.
Yes. Usually when
Keeping
someone
the
says
universe
excuse me-
running?
Yes. You see, they're basically giving up their life force to maintain the power in the obelisk. I'm here to make sure that they stay alive as long as possible. So that we all stay alive as long as possible.
The obelisk has what to do with the universe?
Well, you see, you know how, like, I don't know why he would say like, he goes into an explanation with a metaphor about wear and tear when you're using like a chair or, a jacket, how it eventually just gets tears and bits. While the obelisk sews up those holes in the universe.
That makes perfect sense.
On a whim, you know what? Dosik's gonna discern here. This
Yeah.
would just be
Okay.
Can I discern technology? Like, that sounds
Yeah, absolutely.
very. Yeah, Ink is very intrigued by this.
You could also do occult if you wanted.
yeah, I only have just discern. I don't have a domain for here.
Let me just do the 2d10.
Or
10.
10.
Five.
Did you do occult or technology?
I did technology.
Okay. So he's definitely telling the truth when it's talking about draining the people's life force. You can see some teeth on the ground, and like their hair is long, their nails are long.
I think he takes the teeth.
He doesn't seem absolutely certain when it comes to the part about fixing the holes in reality, because you are in the heart, which kind of, as far as you understand, is a hole in reality.
that seems suspect. This technology is draining their lives, and I think he reaches down, scoops up some teeth, and actually like tosses them to Zestra because he knows Zestra likes to collect teeth. But the heart does what the heart does. Technology enacts, but are you sure that that's what this thing is capable of? And I look to both Melchior and Zestra, who I know are in touch with occult things.
So listen, all I know is that while this thing's been going, the universe hasn't torn itself apart, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Does the heart seem strong here?
Seems fairly strong. Again, Zestra, you remember this place from your vision? That other machine had something to do with your two companions?
Yeah, she's gonna look for that mark.
Yeah, exactly where the the mirror panned in your vision. You find the machine with a marking on it.
She's gonna go over and look at it and call for
You can just say the
her
others.
companions. This is it. I saw this in my vision. It is something to do with the two of you.
Yeah, I think Ink will walk over.
This goes without saying, but don't go anywhere, please.
Oh, I need to see what this is about.
Melchior,
Someone pointed at an ancient machine and said vision. I am in.
Understandable. While we're walking over there, Dosik just kind of furtively asks, you wouldn't happen to have any texts on healing or alchemical remedies, would you? Or like recipes?
Do you have anything to trade?
Possibly. We can discuss this after.
After,
Well.
yes. Oh, what do you want to know about this ancient machine, child?
I'm not sure. I saw it in my vision, and I know it has something to do with
So,
Ink.
Dosik and
Joseph.
Ink. Looking at this machine, there is a symbol on the front of it that you recognize
Is it from
as
the map?
matching the symbol on the key. Which of you has the key right now?
I think. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll hold on.
What
to
does
it.
the key look like? And what is it
Ooh.
made out of?
Okay, so I imagine the key is. Let's see.
I can describe it if you like.
I can
No,
also
it's
pitch
a-
in.
So I imagine it's like this lens
Mhm.
that is swirled.
Mhm.
Like there's it's like the symbol, like the caduceus snake.
Okay. And
Uh,
there's a thing on the end, like for a key ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm,
Yeah,
that's like
Ink's-
a-
Ink didn't trust himself to not swallow it.
Do you
he
pull
let
it out?
Dosik hold it.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So
Um,
the symbol is glowing, and the symbol on the machine is also now glowing. They are a perfect match.
Stick it in.
Looking at the machine, you find what appears to be a slot for it on top.
Stick
And
it in.
like Jericho's like, put that in right now.
Stick- yeah,
I
stick-
will
yeah.
give you he pulls out a book. I will give you this if you put that in there right now.
Do
excellent,
it. Stick it
excellent.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ink's like starting to vibrate. He looks so excited.
Okay. All right, we're gonna, and also Dosik's gonna do a quick like glance around before putting it in. Are there any other symbols that are glowing, or is it's just this?
Just that symbol and the slot.
Okay. Yep. I'll go ahead and jam it in.
Okay.
Yeah, put the key
Jam
in,
and
and
you
does
turn.
it? Yep.
You turn it all the way around, and the whole thing starts to light up. I would say it shakes, but that's cliche. The obelisk behind you begins to glow. Jericho, where did you find a key from the alchemist?
This
and
was
then a
for
message
my
appears on the screen. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
this was for my master.
That sounds like that's a beat for you.
That is my beat. Thank you, sir.
This
So
Uh,
don't any of you contradict that.
Yeah, it's a
and
long story.
Begins to light up, and
Yeah.
a message begins to appear on the screen. Okay, I wrote it. I had it out earlier. And I forgot to write it down. It rhymed. And I'm not gonna be able to come up with that on the spot right now.
It was very clever, I can confirm.
Aw.
Truth be realized, reality be conceptualized. If an earnest that you seek, the hearts descend down deep. But be warned, your senses be under assault. Carry on, endure, and find my vault.
The vault.
And then it has 3 letters at the end, kind of like a signature. It is GSH. In like a weird, fancy, swirling kind of like signature pattern. And then the keyhole on the key begins to glow. And one of you feels beckoned to look through it.
Ink definitely does. Ink looks
Okay.
through it.
Yep.
Ink, you suddenly get a vision of another great machine. This machine, you feel the howling presence of the undead. And a large building that it's housed in, deep in the heart of it. It seems that the map itself is not the map. The key is the map. You have to find the locations that it leads you to get to the vault.
Oh, this is splendid. This is going to make the most excellent of stories. And he's gonna reach...
Ink begins shaking and blood starts coming out of his nose.
Oh yeah, Ink's totally.
You know that
chill.
whole mind being overloaded with information deal.
I'll go
I
ahead and I'll
collect
support
some
him.
of it.
I think
There are
you
2
go to-
kinds of people.
I think you go to collect it, but
And
his
with this,
tongue's in
a
the way as he,
beam
like,
shoots
licks
out of the obelisk. And you feel now everything rumble. And then the rumbling stops, but the sound it makes does not. The hot temperature goes away. You hear the howling in the distance, a wailing, a gnashing, and the beat of drums. The heart is loud. Melchior, you know that the pulse has changed. The season of the heart is now that of scratch.
Melchior will, as it changes, go, "We are one step closer to her great birth." As I cross off my minor beat for experiencing a change, a pulse in the heart.
Yeah.
Dosek just looks at.
I think I hit all of you, right? Right?
Well, the text from the dude that he was gonna offer. It's like,
He's like,
hey.
he hands you like 2, and just starts like hitting different runes on this machine, and like stuff starts coming to life all around.
Yeah.
I can
Are we
get
able to
twice
remove
as
the
much
key?
energy out of these guys now.
Are we able to remove the key without
Oh yeah.
turning the machine off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before you even go to do it, Dosek, I think Ink has done it, and Ink is like pressing it close to his chest, and his eyes are wide, and he's coating it in his own blood, and he's just like running his fingers across it, like sort of in a My Precious sort of manner.
Before he left, my ancient master entrusted me to keep watch over this obelisk.
Makes sense. And so your master is Jericho. What is your name?
I am Jericho.
Ah. Oh,
GSH.
interesting. Who was your master?
The great alchemist.
Ah,
He never told me his name.
understood.
Yeah, Ink is just fervent and smiling and shaking a little. This is brilliant. This is it. This is the way. This is the story. This is the adventure. This is that vault. Do you know what's in that vault? No, we're going to get it all. We're going to know. We're going to know.
Is he okay?
I think so. I think if I'd seen it, I'd be in a similar state, though more so going, ha! Ekis is never going to be able to beat this.
Do you want help calming him down?
I think that would be wise.
Okay.
And he just
Hey,
kind of like
claps his
holds
hands,
things-
and somebody comes up and just whacks him on the back of the head with a blackjack.
Oh yeah, and he just goes flat. He just falls to the floor, like clutching this thing so tightly in his hand.
And the guy starts to pull him over to the machine. No, not that one. Like, and like this like creepy little minion like scurries back into the dark where he came from.
Yeah, master.
Yeah, I think is he knocked out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Ink's just knocked
is
out.
this-
Anything else I can do for you? What brought you out here anyway?
Well, we were actually looking for some parts to replace a beacon back in Sonderwood. I do apologize. I called it Sonderheim before, but it's
No,
Sonderwood.
Sonderheim's a cooler name.
Okay, cool.
Also, I was playing Valheim, so that tracks.
All right, Sonderheim it is.
So you go over what you need. Oh, yeah. You're like,
You have any
Fonzie
projection
the
devices?
panel on a machine because we're running out of time. And he's like, yeah, this should work.
Does anyone else experience technology, or was that just ink?
That was just ink.
I can rouse ink if you would like.
We might
Oh,
want to
no,
do
it matches.
that.
It matches up.
Oh, okay, cool.
We should still
Well, I'm
probably
just
rouse
trying to
ink.
get the narrative done in the first episode.
Yeah. Thank you. It checks out. Just ink, unconscious. Dosic just raises a hand, makes it a thumbs up.
Are we going to carry ink then? Back up?
It won't be that hard to get through since you've made the connection.
Also, conceivably, we could rest here until ink wakes up
You could.
and just kind of fast
I
forward.
mean,
and
full
then head back
disclosure,
up.
ink did make that thing risky and dangerous.
So we should get back there. Zestra's just gonna like pull out some smelling salts or something that smells awful, and put it under his nose.
Okay, so you slap ink hard in the face. It wakes up.
Sure.
I actually Ink smacks the thing like, get that away from
There we
my
go, that's better.
nose.
We're
That
back, ink.
is unrefined and undignified and yes, I'm. Oh, this is.
Let us-
And he like looks at the key again and like you see the almost like this madness there for a moment before it sort of recedes, and he just tucks it against his chest. Yes, we will. We're good. We have the pieces. Let us go on, and then we must follow the key. I've seen where we must go.
So normally we would do a delve back, but you just went through it, and time, right?
made a
And you made the connection. The connection just like cuts it in half, so you would get it done pretty quick.
Nice.
You go back, and the beacon, as you get there, goes out. A loud sparking flash.
All right. I guess. Are there any other entrances to Sonderheim?
You like stand guard.
I think Dosic would, and be like, Ink, can you get this up there?
Yes. And I think Ink's gonna grab it, and then he starts running, and then like does like some insane sort of like kick backflip off of one thing to another up the stairs, and just like doesn't even say hi to like Esquire, and just immediately starts putting the pieces in and like fixing the whole thing with the technology himself.
At this point, there are 3 main passages to Sonderwood. The ones that you came through, and then a third one.
I think the one we
Um,
came through should be fairly clear because of the connection, right?
Should be, but yeah. But you
yeah,
all take up guard positions while Ink and the NPC brother Esquire take care of it. You luckily in time get the beacon back on. And you hear like a reverberation as this thing is now at full force and pushes the encroach of the heart back.
Melchior claps.
In time with Sister Grace. Splendid! A feast! We will have a feast to celebrate you saving us. Are any of you good in the kitchen? We could always
No.
use a hand.
I will help.
I would love to assist.
It's wonderful. They're a team. Have you two ever thought about getting married?
They should definitely get married.
It has never crossed my mind.
Which two?
You two.
You.
Points putting at you, putting at Melchior and
Zestra.
If I could find somebody who ever captured my heart as much as the moon does, perhaps.
Whew,
Does Zestra not capture your heart, Melchior?
Not yet.
Well, I'm
Maybe
sure
soon.
Time.
Are there not others here who are perhaps in love and wanting to be
Oh,
married?
would you like to
If you
marry
wish
more
to marry-
people?
We would form one great community that way.
Yes, exactly. You get
Why
it.
don't I go find the kitchen and see who I can?
I will assist with that.
Ink just cackles. This is delightful. Do you have baths
Say hello
here?
to my husbands and wives in there.
Do you have baths here?
Yes.
Point me to them.
She points you to what appears to be a ramshackle, rundown bathhouse.
Yeah,
It's
Ink goes.
filthy.
Ink. Oh god. Ink. Oh god. Ink just sighs, and there's like a deep wince in his heart.
You'll have to use the well to draw up water for it.
Do you need assistance, Ink?
Yes. Yes. Can you clean?
Of course I can clean. I'm an excellent member of the community. It's my oath.
Yes, and as an excellent member of this community, you should definitely draw me a warm bath and clean up a space so I can have it.
Then I trust you will have me later. As is what is good for community.
Oh, yeah, I'll stab something
Working
for you
together,
later.
teamwork.
Yeah, I'll stab something for you later.
Perfect. And then I guess he'll start going to do that.
All right, and let's cut to the kitchen. Yes, and you start studying the texts. Joseph?
Yeah, I imagine I would have maybe been taking a look at them. Well, like just like a cursory glance as we're heading back before
Yeah, there are a bunch
stuffing
of
away one of my
alchemical
pockets.
preparations, bits of demonology, a lot to do with the Vermisian and the interdimensional networks found in there.
Dimensional networks.
Anyway, let's go to the one that has a task still to do. You find yourself in the kitchen staring up a. Let's say you're making turnovers. The delicious onion, mushroom, and cave crab filling. For a little bit, the other cooks step out to go fetch more wood, leaving you alone in there. And you're looking, you just hear, now's the time. And you look up to where that came from. An even smaller version of that little man is sitting up there saying, it's time. Obey the blood.
And she does.
Looking back up,
She takes one of those
the man is gone.
samples. Takes one of those samples and puts it in the filling of one turnover and sort of makes a slightly different pattern on the top so that she can say she made it specially for Sister Grace as a thank you for her hospitality.
Wonderful. And in your ear, I'm proud of you.
Yes, Mother.
I'm not your mother.
No, it's her blood, Mother.
I know, but I'm not your mother. Look at me. And on your shoulder is the little man perching. We have much to do.
Yeah.
Remember that echo fallout you got?
Oh, great. I now have a literal little creepy man on my shoulder. How long does that last?
Until you clear your fallout.
Great.
And that's hard to do. At this point, the cooking is done. Sister Graves presents you with the box of finger bones. I'm so proud of everything you've done. You've always held a place in this community. Everything you've done means so much to me and all of the people here, and how many people will be able to help going forward. May the moon bless you and bless all of us as we sit down to this scrumptious feast. And she just picks up her turnover and says, to new friends. And you see the telltale pattern you put into her turnover, Zestra, and she takes a big bite. Oh, this is so good. She eats the whole thing quickly. The feast is delicious. The tables are long. The place settings are very nice, but there's just so few people. It's not even half full. One day that may change. Says Graves. I know this is the start of something great.
Well, now that your town is full, or
I
we'll
was gonna end
say,
it there.
oh, okay, never mind.
So this was episode 1 of Heart, the City Beneath. We're gonna end it on that cool, creepy note.
Ooh, boy.
So let's go, players. Where can they find you? What do you got going on? Anything you want to talk about? Let's start with reverse order. Let's go with Lucian.
Again, hi, I'm Lucian, and I played Melchior. You won't see me this next Friday, but the Friday after, I'll be back on here with my season finale of Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War, where I play Ben solo. And then that Saturday, I'll be back here again. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter or on the Carrion Comfort Discord, where sometimes I play Dead by Daylight with everybody.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I think either Kay or Rose was next.
Your choice. I'll go. All right, hi, I'm Kay, and tonight I played Ink Floods the Veins, our lovely adventure-driven junk mage. You can check out Gehenna Gaming's YouTube to see both seasons of Gehenna Valley, a Monster Hearts 2 game that just had our series wrap. And then next Saturday, you will catch me here again. But if you are looking for people in games, you can reach out to me on Discord. I'm in the Carrion Comfort Studios, and I'm happy to play many games.
Okay. Rose.
Hi, I am Rosie. You can find me on Twitter at mom_sized. I mostly just tweet about fun things I'm playing in and what some of the other awesome people I'm doing are doing. Or other, that would be my husband. My brain did one thing, I wanted it to do another. I apologize. But yes, I tell you about awesome things my husband, Big Dad Walker, is doing, or wonderful things that the other people I play with are doing, like Kay or Lucian or Robin, because they're all fantastic. Apologize for that slip. But you can find me here on Heart every other Saturday. So yay. And you can also find me next Wednesday here on Carrion Comfort Studios in Cypress and Steel, while I will be playing Dr. Delaney Moss, a technocrat for janitor investigating some doings in Cypress Hollow. That is also being run by my husband.
I have too many games.
Not enough games.
Apparently. And
Never
last but-
possible. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what
last
lies
but
do you
certainly
speak?
not least, we have Robin.
Hi, I'm really excited to be here. I don't really have anything to plug. I play Dosic. I'm gonna be playing in the Heart every other week. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot more than that.
But get them on other things. See how
Uh,
wonderful
Robin's
they were tonight.
fantastic.
I know. I got a friend of mine named Alex. I don't. Would this be a place he like does DMing for like
Yeah, go for
for
it.
money?
Yeah.
And his name is Alex Way, and I'm not sure if he has like a full page up or anything. But he runs something called Rent for Initiative.
I'll post it in the Discord. When you get a link.
Yeah, let me go ahead and grab that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's all I got. Thank you.
No? All right, cool. So as my wonderful players have said, this is an every other week game because there's a lot to it on my part because I haven't run this before, and we wanted to fit in time for like one shots and other things in on Saturdays, and yeah. So as tomorrow night, Crack the Sky finale, the finale episode for Oblivion Units Season 1, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. I'm in it. Phasing Octopus is in it. Oz is in it. Others are in it. Leslie's in it. Everyone loves Leslie.
Hashtag Leslie Wombat.
Please check it out. It's a Lancer actual play, Big Game X. We're all about it. Um, did that. Rosie mentioned Cypress and Steel. Please check out part 2 of a 4-part Victorian Mage series. If you haven't watched part 1, it's on the VOD still on Twitch. I think it's on YouTube. If it's not, it will be soon. And now episode 3 of Iron City by Night is now available on major podcast distributors. Just look up Carrion Comfort Archives on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find podcasts. Thank you. Shout out to Leslie for doing the editing work on that, making it possible. That's it. Everyone loves Leslie. And please follow us on YouTube. We are 1 sub from 100 subs. And as always, help out the stream if you can. You got a couple extra bucks every month. Please think about joining the Comfort Club. The tiers are pretty reasonably priced. We have patron activities that are available to all patrons.
Yeah, there's lots of movie nights that we host that are really fun. Gaming, things like that. Just all kinds of. We also just like tip crowns and cowboy hats at each other. It's great.
Yeah, we're all very polite
Howdy.
with our hat tipping. So please check us out. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so.
And
What?
remember to shop, comfort, Carrion, and fight your big dad as he runs these games for us. Fight with him together.
And we got enough subs. I'm gonna run one shot at some point with community members. So don't be a stranger in that Discord. Kay can't plan it because he's already played this adventure.
One thing I should add. Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, Lancer is a super fun game. I've DM'd it. I've played in it. It's amazing. Please watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
More people need to play Lancer.
On that note, if you're in our Discord and after the season finale you miss it, wonderful community member Zeke, who is part of Crack the Sky Alpha, will be running a play-by-post game.
I knew I forgot something.
You're welcome.
Zeke's a gem. Zeke plays Weekender in Oblivion Unit. So please check it out. And for all of us here at Carrion Comfort, I've been Big Dad. Thank you for watching. And remember, comfort comes soon. Have a great night.